if you're an 80s or 90s kid, one of your fond childhood memories is probably watching Nickelodeon, especially when school was out. I used to watch Nickelodeon all the time with my sister when school was out. And one of the shows I watched was Dennis the Menace. And the other day I was just thinking about life, thinking about childhood, and I remembered Dennis the Menace. So I looked it up on YouTube, and YouTube has seasons of Dennis the Menace on their site. So I was binge watching it a little bit, and this episode was really cool. So this episode titled "The Raffle Ticket." I'll pin it in the comments if you wanna reminisce. But the community was giving away a free car, so there was a raffle. You have to buy raffle tickets, and Dennis was in charge of selling raffle tickets. He bought a raffle ticket because he wanted to get his mom a car. So Dennis sold this woman right here the winning raffle ticket. He was disappointed, but she was so appreciative of Dennis selling her the winning raffle ticket, she offered to give Dennis her car since she got a new one. So let's check out what she gave him. So the cool thing about this is the Baker Electric in this episode, I believe, is a 1910. Dennis the Menace is 1959. So this car is 49 years old when they show this. You could hear the audience laughing. It might be canned laughter, but the audience is laughing because 49-year-old car. Crazy to say that in 1959 there was a car that was 49 years old. So Jay Leno has a Baker Electric 1910. And Jay Leno has said about this car that it's pretty much maintenance free. Nothing breaks on it. It's so well made. It was like made to last forever. So it makes sense that in Dennis the Menace there's a Baker Electric, and it looks good. So Dennis hides this in the garage for his mom to surprise his mom. And Dennis's dad also bought her a car. Here it is right here. The salespeople are trying to wrap it up in time for her. So Dennis beats the dealer to the garage of putting the new car in the garage. So Dennis is about to surprise his mom. So his dad, Mitchell, thinks the new car is in the garage. He doesn't know the Baker Electric's in the garage. So, Dennis wants to show his mom. So, of course, it's a Baker Electric. 50-year-old car, basically. She doesn't like it. And then, of course, Mitchell's disappointed. How much was gas in 1959? 5 cents a gallon? See, now Mitchell's surprised. So, so now she gets two cars. Here's a car like Mitchell got her, Alice. There you go. So she's so happy because Dennis got her a car, Mitchell got her a car, so she has an electric car and a gas car now, which sounds like a good thing to have. An electric and gas car. Not just electric, but that's a whole nother topic, so we'll talk about that later. But that was really cool seeing that. So because Jay Leno, it's 2000, when was this? November 2012. Oh, this is an old episode, but still, 2012. It's already 100 years old in this episode of. This was in My Classic Car. This is a different channel, but this guy hangs out with Jay Leno. There it is, My Classic Car, 2012. So 100-year-old car when they did this episode 10 years ago. But Jay Leno does have the Baker Electric on his channel. So in context, here's the car of the year. Right here, Motor Trend Car of the Year. No, I don't want to buy any of this. I just want to show the car of the year. It was a Monte Carlo. Okay, you saw it. Was it the Monte Carlo? Ah, they put me on it. Okay, here we go. 1973 is where I want to go. I want to go 49 years ago. There it is. Oh, Monte Carlo. So this is the 49-year-old car right here. This was the car of the year 49 years ago. So if you're driving this around in 2022, Yeah, it's probably like that Baker Electric on Dennis the Menace. But you know what? I think people will think you're cool if you're driving this in 2022. I have my Geo Tracker. It's a 92, and I think it's a total, you know, it's like an artifact, and it's only 30 years old. So here it is right here, 49-year-old car. So it's cool to see how cars age throughout the years. I think as we go modern and cars are actually becoming electric, cars like this are actually more appreciated now since there's such a push to electric vehicles now. So back in 1959 in Dennis the Menace, they kind of laughed at that Baker Electric because it was a 49-year-old car. All right, everyone. Just a little car chat for the day and seeing how cars age in time and how cars are received as they age. I think nostalgia is strong right now, and if you're driving a retro ride, it's really cool. All right, everyone, let me know in the comments. Did you watch Nickelodeon if you were a kid? If you were a kid in the 90s, that was my that's part of my childhood right there, watching a lot of Nickelodeon, and I was reminiscing the other day. All right, everyone, have a great rest of the week.